I'm gonna ask this question, and you answer it. You're a very intelligent guy. What was it? Was Stefon? Was it off the field, on the field? Why didn't it work with Stefon, you think? Like, why did he end up getting – because he's having a good year with Buffalo. He had a great year with you guys. Why didn't it work, you think? What was it? Because you guys needed to fill in that gap with Justin Jefferson, who's done an incredible job. I mean, Stefon was an incredible tag team with Adam Thielen. What do you think it was? Was it relationships with – like, what was it, you think?
You know, you'd have to ask Stefon. I mean, he wasn't going to, go around the building and just verbalize that to everybody. I mean, he went about his business and did his work, and he was very productive. I mean, at back-to-back 1,000-yard seasons for us. And when Adam was out last year for several weeks, we really leaned on him to carry us in the pass game, and he did. So, he was always great to me, great with me. He's one of the best receivers, one of the best players I've ever played with. I mean, he's showing that now in Buffalo, what he can do. So I was grateful I got to play with him for 2 years. But, he wanted to go somewhere else, and fortunately it worked out for everybody. He was able to get that, and we were able to then draft Justin, and all in all, looking back, I hope everyone's kind of able to be happy with how it worked out.
Yeah, and it's always interesting because whenever there's like a little seed of negativity planted, it can always blossom into something if miscommunication happens. And I feel like that was potentially what happened over there. And that happens everywhere, by the way, in every business, not just there. And it has worked out on the other side in a beautiful fashion. Kirk, I'm excited to watch you guys continue to go on a run. Your team is awesome. Let's talk about crafty athlete Adam Thielen. Let's talk about sneaky athlete, lunch pail guy, first one in, last one out, coach's son, high motor, Adam Thielen. What is you guys have had an incredible relationship. You guys on the field, and we'll talk about Justin Jefferson being this phenom basically in the entire thing coming in this year. But Adam Thielen was out last week. You guys still get a win. He has survived COVID, so I do believe he had the same mindset. If I die, I die. He has survived it, which I'm no scientist, but I do believe 100% recovery rate in the NFL thus far. That is good news. But Thielen's back. What has it been like? Because you know Thielen's story at this point. I think we all do. He had to pay to go to a regional combine. He had to pay to work out, okay? And then he finds his way on a team, and then he comes out of nowhere. What has it been like kind of building that rapport with him, kind of watching him go to work and obviously get paid off for his incredible story that has been?
Yeah, when I got to Minnesota at the start of 2018, and he was already a Pro Bowler and had already really established himself as, the number 1A B receiver for the team. So for me, it was just a matter of saying, hey, this is our guy. Let's start to build that rapport and start feeding him. And it's really been that way ever since. I mean, the very first 8 games I played here as a Viking, he had 8 straight 100-yard games, and he's really never looked back. Last year, he was off to a fast start. I think he caught 5 or 6 touchdowns in the first 5 or 6 games. And then he pulled his hamstring, missed, a good third of the season, and then came back and made an enormous catch in overtime in the playoff game to set up Kyle Rudolph's fade that was such an egregious push-off, apparently. So, and he's done it again this year with, aside from COVID taking him out last Sunday, he's been super productive again. So really all I've known in my 3 seasons here is Adam being consistent and productive. And eventually Father Time will get us all. But until then, I expect him to keep doing it.
Before we let you go here, and once again, Wednesdays are an incredibly busy day. I was only 3rd string quarterback in the NFL, so I don't know what the starting quarterback in NFL Wednesday is from personal experience, but I've seen it. So I appreciate you taking time here. Justin Jefferson has come on to the scene, and obviously the gritty has been a lot of conversation. Can you gritty, by the way?
I have never even tried. I have talked to him about it, and I'll leave it at that. Just talking about it. Don't need to be about it.
Hey, you run one in, though, in a primetime game. If we could see primetime Kirk. Yeah, I mean, may have to do it.
Trainer, yeah.
Yeah, have to. Can we talk? How has it been, I mean, for him to – now, granted, somebody has to throw in the ball, and that's you. But how do you think he's made it look so easy? Because these young guys, Chase Claypool is having a hell of a year. He's a rookie as well. Justin Jefferson it's not normal for these rookies to be able to do what they're doing. What has it been like for Justin Jefferson? Is he just like a natural, like everything just comes to him, the work ethic, everything like that? What have you noticed?
Natural is the word I've used. People ask me kind of what has made him successful, and it's not any one trait. It's not, he's a 4.2 40 guy, so he's just faster than everybody, and that's why. Or, he's big and strong, and so he just outmuscles people. It's really neither of that. He's just a natural receiver. So tracking the football comes easy for him, closing on the ball, attacking it with his hands, creating separation versus man coverage, and then running the entire route tree. There's not a route that, he's uncomfortable running. So I think when you're a natural receiver, the game comes naturally to you. It makes for a really smooth transition. And we needed somebody who could kind of complement Adam, because we saw, when Adam was out last week, how defenses will start to really be able to say, okay, this is their one receiver, let's take that guy away. When you have two, it really forces defenses to play a little more honest. And I think that's why both of them then can be so productive.